Hi everyone, welcome back to the 6th Dev Blog. The past months have been busy developing new releases here at Beat Games. We're excited to share more details with you today alongside a small sneak peek at our next music drop coming in May. Now let's dive into today's topics. The main focus of this Dev Blog is our latest music release and personally one of my most favourite bands, the Prodigy. Their music is genuinely legendary. There's no other way to put it. Seeing it come to Beat Saber has been really exciting, and you can tell the team put a lot of love into this one. A bunch of you have already been playing through the pack, and I hope you're having as much fun with it as the team clearly had putting it together. Ethan from the level design team will guide you through the mapping and the lighting process, explaining how we transformed the Prodigy's energetic tracks into immersive gameplay. Then, Rob from the tech art team will give you an in-depth look at the brand new environment designed specifically for this release. Finally, we'll wrap up with some questions from the community. Okay, let's dive right in. Over to you, Misha.
Thanks, Mark. The Prodigy is one of the most influential electronic bands in the world who define electronic music as we know it today. Developing their latest music pack for Beat Saber has been an absolute blast. When you play these levels, you're immersed in the band's raw energy and drive, qualities that fit Beat Saber so well. Their unique blend of genres makes their songs perfect for Beat Saber and its high-tempo gameplay. The Prodigy Music Pack features 6 legendary songs spanning across 4 albums. Get excited for the tracks Breathe, Firestarter, Invaders Must Die, Omen, Poison, and Spitfire. Each of them brings a unique level of challenge for players, so let us know which one gets you the most. Before we dive back into the Prodigy Music Pack and share some exciting behind the scenes from our dev team, I would like to take a quick look back at our 2 shock drops from earlier this year. Me Porto Bonito by Bad Bunny released just a few days before the big game in February. This vibey Latin track marks our very first fully Spanish song in Beat Saber and the very first one under the Latin music genre. We are thrilled to expand our music library with a new genre that hasn't been represented in the game until now. Stressed Out by 21 Pilots dropped in March. This track is one of the most recognizable alternative hits of the past decade. You, our players, have been requesting 21 Pilots for a really long time, and we are so hyped from your reaction to this iconic track. Beat Saber music roadmap this year is very ambitious, and we are planning to bring you new music more frequently than ever, while we expand our free music, shock drops, and music pack library. Stay tuned for more. And one more thing. At the end of this dev blog, Washi will share a sneak peek for our upcoming music release coming next month. Be sure to keep watching. That is all from me. I will now hand it over to Ethan from the level designers team, who will talk more about the mapping and lighting for the Prodigy Music Pack. Take it away, Ethan.
Thanks, Misha. The Prodigy Music Pack was an incredibly exciting project for the mapping and lighting teams. Their music is so iconic and high-tempo, and we really wanted to make sure that energy translated directly into the gameplay. To help us achieve that, we want to introduce a new mapper to our team, Pink, who is a newcomer to the official mapping team but has a long history with the Beat Saber community and extensive knowledge of the game's technical side. Here's an introduction video from Pink herself.
Hi, I'm Pink, and alongside Alto Pavi, I'll be joining you with Radical Forge as your new level designer to bring you more content for the game. I've been a part of this community since late 2018, and in that time, I've worked alongside as many different parts of our community as I physically could have, just for the love of the game, such as putting the Beat Saber logo in r/place or fighting for Beat Saber in rhythm game polls. Mapping for Beat Saber gives you a pretty good insight into yourself as a player alongside a great showcase of the technical side of the game. I've noticed my mapping style and choices have always grown alongside the game, and that's no different with the Stressed Out shock drop, the first map I was officially involved in. You end up charting what you like and what you wish to see, and if you know me, I love to push those boundaries as much as possible. The choice to join this community nearly 8 years ago has been one of the best choices I've ever made. I met some of the kindest people, and I've learned so much from our wonderful community. I hope to give back the same love that you've all given me.
Thanks, Pink, and welcome to the team. Now let's talk about one of the standout tracks in the Prodigy Music Pack, Poison. The mapping for Poison heavily relies on repeating sounds, which often reappear in new contexts. To handle this, there is a heavy focus on motifs and consistent rhythm choice. For example, early in the track, the patterns introduce and establish the flow of the melody. Then when a new vocal layer is added later on, those same rhythms are kept while adapting the flow to the new layers. This creates a much more freeform and fun experience for the player, while keeping representation consistent with the song. Our personal favorite motif in Poison are the consistent boom and ba vocals that are represented with dot notes across all difficulties. For the light show in Poison, the main focus was matching the energy of a real rave. The song feels like a journey. You start the night enjoying the vibes, get lost in the middle with the music, and find yourself back by the end of the song. The environment gradually gets more fantastical, but it always comes back to that grounded rave setup from the beginning. We were also super excited to bring back EDM lasers from the electronic mixtape environment, to bring to life that rave-like nature of the pack. One simple but incredibly impactful feature we added was using the crowds to reinforce the more energetic sections of the songs. The simple presence of the crowds make moments in the light show feel lived in and dense, again to capture that underground rave-like feel. Lastly, we want to highlight Invaders Must Die. This track features some stunning variable note jump speed gimmicks that coincide perfectly with the unique sounds of the song. There are also repeated patterns that require some tough wrist rolling, which could definitely challenge your reading skills. This song also includes One Saber maps, loosely based off the standard maps, featuring all of the same fun VNJS gimmicks. So for the fans of One Saber, we hope you enjoy the maps for Invaders Must Die. We poured a lot of love into this pack, and we hope you feel that energy when you play it. That's all from the mapping and lighting side. Now we'll hand it over to Rob to talk about the incredible new environment they built for this release.
Thanks, Ethan. Hey, I'm Robert Bogucki, technical artist here at Beat Games. I'll start by saying we're all huge fans of the Prodigy here at the studio, so the excitement and inspiration for this pack was through the roof. The goal we set for ourselves with this environment was to evoke an underground rave in a disused industrial space, so think a dusty, abandoned warehouse where someone dragged in the equipment and wired it all up overnight. Early on, the team has agreed on an approximate composition of the light group elements in the scene based on the art concepts and requirements from the mappers. That was the starting point for the whole build, and from that I constructed the rig and populated the space with placeholder geometry to create this huge, brutalist, slightly menacing space that we then started fleshing out. Between art, mapping and tech art, we were constantly bouncing ideas. For example, when Art proposed changing the pillar lighting, we discussed using laser tag versus simple painted emissive glow, and eventually we landed on short neon lasers, all at slightly different angles and lengths, as we felt that approach best preserved the feeling that this stuff was improvised and bolted together in a hurry. That scrappy punk energy was strongly implied in the original concepts and was really important to us. Exposed rebar, damage on the surfaces, nothing too polished. So we kept each other in check whenever anything started looking too clean or curated. And this is how we ended up with the cracked runway, chaotic cabling along the pillars, concrete roadblock elements, and the heavy industrial riveted centerpiece chandelier, all contributing to the overall gritty texture. When building a Beat Saber environment, it's critical to leave a lot of flexibility for the mappers to create a wide range of effects and reconfigurations of the space throughout the duration of a track. So the environment objects have to be versatile to be used in various ways. As with any new environment, the artist and myself had that very much in mind. Still, the mappers, yet again, managed to surprise us by using the blocks we gave them in fun and completely unexpected ways. So my favorite has to be when the massive concrete pillars become pistons forming a roof over the player. Crazy stuff. In this environment, we gave some of our tried and true techniques, like the crowd flipbook animation, a bit of a makeover. The dancing crowd, partly disappearing the fog below, adds a much-needed human element, making the space feel even more massive by contrast. I also wanted to mention the incredible work by Javi and Yasha from the art team. They went above and beyond, directing and fleshing out the look of the place down to the slightest detail. I love it and I want to party there, so I will be playing the new pack a lot. I'm very excited about how this environment turned out. Let us know what you think in the comments. That's all from my side. Back to you, team.
Hey everyone, firstly a huge thanks to Rob for sharing all of that information, some pretty mind-blowing stuff there. Now we've been reading through all of your comments, tweets and messages, and I wanted to take a moment to talk about some of the things that you've been asking us. Now the passion in this community is and always has been incredible, and we love seeing how much you care about the game. So we've gathered up some of the most common questions and topics that you've been bringing up lately, and I want to chat about where we're at with those. Now before we dive in, I want to be upfront. I don't have exact release dates or hyper-specific details to share today. Game development is a journey, and we want to make sure that everything we release meets the quality that you expect, but we definitely want to acknowledge what we're hearing from you. So let's start with progression. We've seen a lot of chatter about level up systems, maybe tied to things like custom sabers, and we hear you loud and clear. Giving players more ways to show off their dedication and personalize their experience is definitely something that we're actively working on. And speaking of custom sabers, we know you're all eager for a specific date on when those might be dropping. And while I can't circle a day in the calendar just yet, please know that it's very much among our priorities, and we're excited to share some specific details later this year. Another topic we often see is multiplayer. A lot of you have mentioned that there's so much potential to lean into the competitive side of Beat Saber, and we completely agree. Multiplayer is a huge part of our long-term vision for the game, and we're really excited about where we can take it. We want to do it right though, so when we have more to share, you'll be the first to know. We also get a lot of questions about map styles, features like 360 and 90-degree levels, as well as one-saber maps. We love the variety that those bring to the game, and while we don't have a specific date to share for those right now, we're always evaluating how to bring fresh and challenging experiences to our players. Then there's the music. You guys have been asking about revamping older music packs and original soundtracks, specifically OSTs 1 through 4, amongst some of the others. We've also seen questions about the possibility of remastering packs like Lady Gaga and Green Day. Music is obviously the heartbeat of Beat Saber, and we're all incredibly proud of our early tracks, and we know that they hold a special place for a lot of you as well. Right now though, the team is heads down on an exciting wave of new music and features. As Misha mentioned, we've got an ambitious roadmap this year. Revisiting and elevating our legacy catalogue is absolutely something that we keep on the table as we plan ahead, so please keep sharing which tracks you'd love to see to get that refreshed treatment. Finally, we'd love to see your reactions to the behind the scenes look at Zaka's guitar production. It's awesome that you want to see more of how the music comes together. We have such a talented team, and sharing that creative process is something we really enjoy doing. You'll see a little more of that shortly, and we'll definitely look into bringing you more of that behind the scenes magic in the future. So, to wrap things up, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the feedback, the ideas, and the continuous support. We're listening, we're working hard, and we can't wait to share more details with you in the near future. If you have any feedback or topics you'd like us to cover, please share them in the comments below or on our socials. We might talk about them in the next episode. Keep slashing those blocks, and I'll see you next time. Washi, back to you to wrap up.
Thank you, Colsey. In May, we'll celebrate 8 incredible years of Beat Saber. A major milestone for all of us at Beat Games. Every day, Beat Saber, our team, and the community continue to amaze me. We're so proud of how far we've come and excited for what's ahead. Thank you to each and every one of you for your unwavering support over the years. You are the reason we keep building the game we all love. To properly mark the 8th anniversary, we have a special treat for you. At the end of May, we'll release 3 songs to celebrate this milestone with all of you. The songs will be free, and you'll be able to find them in the extras section. These tracks feature both new and well-known artists from our community. We're also thrilled to announce that Zaka, one of our level designers and a passionate musician, will debut his first ever and very own song in Beat Saber. After several years, we're returning to in-house music production, bringing you music crafted right behind our studio doors. Check out a sneak peek of Zaka's new track. So cool. We can't wait for the 8th anniversary release coming soon. Before we wrap up, I want to thank you all for your feedback, comments, and thoughts on our socials, community forums, reviews, and everywhere else. And we're just as excited about the gameplay videos and fan art you keep sharing. Please keep them coming. Thank you for joining us for the 6th devlog. We hope you enjoyed today's topics. Keep on slashing, and we'll see you next time.